All right, folks, let's dive into a story that's both shocking and deeply troubling. So imagine this: a government employee, someone who's presumably trusted with public responsibilities, is found guilty of possessing live stream videos from the 2019 Christchurch Mosque shootings. That's right, the same videos that left the world in horror and grief, with 51 lives lost and countless others traumatized. Now, this isn't just a random case, it's a serious legal matter that touches on issues of accountability, intent, and the power of digital media. Let me break this down for you step by step. Let's set the scene. The man in question, whose name and occupation are currently suppressed, appeared before Judge David Robinson in the Dunedin District Court. The trial was a judge-alone trial, which means there were no jury members involved. The charge he faced was possessing an objectionable publication. Now, the term objectionable publication is a legal term that refers to content that's considered harmful or offensive, especially when it's related to hate speech or violence. In this case, the videos in question are the live streams from the Christchurch shootings, which are undoubtedly objectionable, and he insisted that they hadn't been saved on his personal phone after emailing them from his work phone. That's a pretty bold claim, especially considering the gravity of the content involved. But here's the kicker. The court found that the charge was proven beyond reasonable doubt. Judge Robinson was pretty clear about that, saying the man's explanations were unconvincing and that it was entirely implausible that he was unaware of the video's objectionable nature. Why? Well, the classification of these videos as objectionable had been well publicized, so it's hard to believe someone could be so unaware. Let's talk about the evidence. New evidence was presented showing that the videos were in the man's phone's gallery alongside videos of his family. That's a pretty damning piece of evidence, right? It suggests that the videos weren't just stored in a forgotten folder, they were right there in the same place as personal memories. The man was even recalled to the stand, and Crown Prosecutor Mike Brownlee asked if he was aware that the objectionable videos were on his phone. The defendant said, "No, I was not aware these videos were on my phone." But then when asked, he accepted that they were visible in the gallery. However, he claimed he wouldn't tend to re-look at older photos and videos he had taken. That's a strange defense, isn't it? If the videos were in his gallery, wouldn't he at least have noticed them over time, especially considering their content? The court also heard that there was no metadata proving if the videos had ever been opened or not. That's an important point because metadata can show when a file was accessed, modified, or viewed. Without that, the prosecution had to rely on the presence of the videos in the gallery as evidence. But Judge Robinson wasn't convinced by the defendant's explanations. He said the videos would have been clearly visible, and the defendant appeared to be trying to explain away the videos in his gallery. So, in the end, the court rejected the man's evidence and found him guilty. However, no conviction was entered. Wait, what? No conviction was entered? That's a bit confusing. If the charge was proven beyond reasonable doubt, why wasn't there a conviction? Maybe there was a technicality or a procedural issue that prevented a conviction, but the judge still found the charge proven. That's something to keep in mind as we discuss the implications of this case, or a fine of up to $50,000. That's a significant punishment, especially considering the potential for repeat offenses and the harm that such content can cause. But here's the thing, the court didn't enter a conviction. So what does that mean for the man? Does it mean he's not technically guilty, or is it a way to avoid a conviction for some reason? This is a bit unclear, and it's something that might need further clarification from legal experts. However, the fact that the charge was proven beyond reasonable doubt is a serious legal outcome. Even if no conviction was entered, let's step back and think about the broader implications of this case. First, it raises questions about the accessibility of objectionable content online. The fact that these videos are still circulating, even if they're classified as objectionable, is a problem. It's a reminder that while laws exist to protect people from harmful content, enforcement can be tricky. The internet is a vast space, and it's not always easy to track down every instance of objectionable material. But this case shows that even a government employee can end up in possession of such content, which is a concerning thought. This case highlights the importance of intent in legal proceedings. The man claimed he didn't know the videos were objectionable, but the court found that explanation unconvincing. Intent is a crucial factor in many legal cases, especially those involving criminal charges. If the court had accepted the man's claim, it might have been a different outcome. However, the court's decision to find the charge proven beyond reasonable doubt suggests that the prosecution was able to demonstrate that the man's actions were intentional, even if he tried to deny it. This case brings up the issue of digital privacy and the role of technology in storing and accessing content. The fact that the videos were in the man's phone's gallery alongside personal videos is a reminder that digital devices devices can be both a repository for personal memories and a potential source of harmful content. It's a double-edged sword, and it's something that we all need to be aware of. The court's reliance on the presence of the videos in the gallery as evidence, despite the lack of metadata, shows that even in the digital age, physical evidence can still play a significant role in legal proceedings. This case serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of possessing objectionable content. Even if someone claims they didn't know the content was objectionable, the court's decision suggests that such an argument may not hold up in the face of clear evidence. The potential penalties for possessing such content are severe, and it's a reminder that the law takes such matters very seriously. This is especially true in the context of the Christchurch shootings, which were a global tragedy and a stark reminder of the power of digital media to spread hate and violence. This case is a sobering reminder of the importance of accountability, intent, and the role of digital media in our lives. It's a complex legal situation that touches on many issues, from the classification of objectionable content to the accessibility of such material online. While the court's decision to find the charge proven beyond reasonable doubt is a significant legal outcome, the lack of a conviction adds another layer of complexity to the case. It's a case that will likely be discussed for years to come, and it's a testament to the ongoing challenges of dealing with objectionable content in the digital age.